All right, Shalom. We'll start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles at Great Millstone, starting with the elder apostle Tahar on down. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect, those that will receive salvation, those that will not take the mark of the beast. And that's what we're looking at here. This is a response to the video the apostle Tahar put up. And what the apostle said was absolutely right. This is the next big prophecy, and this is a this prophecy and this mark right here, this mark of the beast, this RFID chip technology, will be whether you catch those missiles in World War III, which is another huge prophecy, is what we should get salvation from. You know? Hold on. Okay, because Satan don't want this to come out, man. This is my third time trying to do this video, let alone this Dr. Oz video where he's showing this mark of the beast. Won't upload. I'm going to figure another way to get it up to y'all, though. But anyway, like the apostle was saying, this is the next big prophecy to come to pass. And this is the one that if you take this, because there'll be the time of Jacob's trouble, you know, this will be the hour of temptation. All these things will lead to you breaking your faith to taking this chip. And then once you take this chip, man, that's when you signed up for destruction from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Particularly in thermonuclear fire from the missiles in World War III. When America loses that battle in World War III. But ultimately, all the heathen nations lose because Yahweh Shai will show up around the same time and beam up his elect and then begin to clean the world and take rulership of the planet at that point. And if you are of the elect, you'll be chosen to be a patriarch, so to speak, for the kingdom to come. You know? And that's worth it, man, to escape that thermonuclear fire. As it says in the book of Isaiah, it says their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongues shall consume away in their mouths, because the things you see, the things you seek to see, as well as the things that you speak, man, they're going to condemn you. You know, but that's gives you a good visual, or a good mental visual anyway, if you have any kind of imagination, you know, that how your flesh is going to burn away. And you will be conscious, your mind will be conscious for this going down to you. When this happens, you will be conscious of these things. So you don't want to take this chip, man. You don't want to feel that fire. You know, you want salvation if you're an Israelite, because everybody can't make it. Let's be real. Everybody can't make it. I don't want to, you know, these other groups that push out there, oh, you know, if you believe and you choose Jesus Christ. Nah, man. You have to be an Israelite, which goes back to your father line, which there's confusion of faces. May look like other nations, but your father line goes back to the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, or as they will be said today. But basically, your spirit has to go back to an Israelite, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, through the many processes of the scattering techniques that went on, you know, whether it be in the curses or just throughout civilization of the Israelites, been under all these captivities. Well, the point is, do not take this mark of the beast. 2/3 is going to take it anyway. You know, or even they won't take it, but they're still not fit to get salvation. But the point for you is, if you understand this thing, you have faith in this thing, don't take this chip. It will prove detrimental to everything, to the way you die, to the way you live in the kingdom of heaven. It will prove detrimental. This is a huge moment, a major prophecy. That's exactly what the apostle Tahar was what's the word I want, was leading to, for lack of a better term that I can't think of. You know, alluding to, I believe is the word I wanted. And let me go back and show you a little bit of this. I don't think the volume shows up on here, but I'll find another way to upload this.
Is actually this tiny. See how small that is?
Yep. And there it is, man. You know, this is the next big thing on the Dr. Oz show. And I believe this a brother uploaded this, or however this got uploaded when I saw it was in July of last year. Well, you got to understand, this is a very huge prophecy. So I'm going to go into the actual prophecy itself in the book of Revelation. Revelation, the 13th chapter. I'm going to start actually, come on. I'm going to start up actually around the 15th verse. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I'll actually start up a little bit just so you get a little bit of context. Yeah. It said, and start at verse 12, say, and he exercised, let me see. Yeah, let's start up 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like the lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right? That's talking about America, aka Babylon the Great. You know, basically the renaissance or the rebirth of the Roman Empire. It says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him. Now, the beast before him started with the Greeks, but it also led right into the Roman Empire, which the Roman Empire got the deadly wound, but healed itself and came back in the same structure, you know, with America. But it even had a mother. That's why it's called a virgin daughter of Babylon. Had a mother with the like England, where America is known to come out of, right? It says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, just like the time of the Greeks and the Romans. He America ruled the world by the sword, you know, and takes complete control of the earth by the sword. It says, and he caused the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. I just broke that down. You know, the Roman Empire's deadly wound had healed. You know, it was wounded with Septimius Severus and Priscinius Niger, I believe it was. Forgive me if I'm wrong with that, but I believe that's right. And then the Dark Ages came, where the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which they were called the Moors, ruled Europe for 1,000 years. That's the bottomless pit, written in the book of Revelation also. Right? And then the wound was healed when they came out of those caves and came down out of with the Khazarian Empire and led their way into rulership, you know, with the pneumonic and bubonic plague helping them get into power. Okay? So verse 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword. Septimius Severus, right? And Priscinius Niger says, and did live. Even though they had the deadly wound, they did live. Now, that image still goes back to the model set up by the ancient Roman Empire, or as they called it, the pagan Roman Empire, right? Now, here's where it really gets into the point. It says, because when you go back, you can see how the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire, led right into American structure, whether it's the columns, whether it's, you can tell it's the same man ruling, the columns, the Senate structure, ruling, spreading their armies too thin. America had the same model set up by the Roman Empire, and even a lot from the Greeks. Even though America steals from the Egyptians and the Babylonians and so on and so forth, the major model set, the image, so to speak, is set from the Roman Empire, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna keep reading. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and caused that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And to make up the full beast, you have the Vatican, which is the prophet or the church, as they speak in the book of Revelation. Also, the armies of America, the military system, as well as the monetary system over there in England, right? A place where they hold their money. The structure is the same. It's set up the same. And then the whore that rides the beast, particularly, is America. You know, and really, when you go into the whole beast, is NATO and the EU, the European Union, and those countries that make that up. They make up the power structure that's ran by the so-called white man, the Illuminati, or whatever you want to call it, the 13 elite banking families, the Rothschilds, Bilderbergs, DuPonts, Gettys, so on and so forth, right? That they're the ones that run the earth secretly or knowingly, depending on what you think you know, but they run the world. Well, America sits on the back of that beast and has power to do whatever it wants, because as those other countries can be touched, America can't be touched. That's why they call it the virgin daughter of Babylon. And Babylon comes from the Hebrew word babal, which means confusion. And this is the land of confusion. Anyway, and it says she hasn't been touched because of the position in the earth. There's two oceans on both sides of the United States of America. And there hasn't been, another country hasn't come and invaded America. They attempted it in World War II and failed. Anyway, let me go back to this main point. And cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now, if you don't take this chip, as they're about to get into, or if you don't somehow submit yourself, man, that's gonna mess the video. Anyway, if you don't submit yourself to this mark, to the image of this beast, you will be killed. If you don't submit yourself to this society and its rulership coming from the so-called white man and his complete control, because that's what this mark of the beast is about, him having complete control. If you don't submit yourself to that, this man will kill you. He didn't get all those hollow tip rounds over here in America. He didn't get those guillotines to not use them. He's getting them to threaten you, to take this mark of the beast, to take the image of his society, to take everything that he's given to you. And if you don't take it, man, he's gonna kill you. Period, point blank. Anyway, verse 15. Now here's where the meat really kind of gets to you. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. 16. And he causeth all, both, and he's listing the all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. That's everybody. That's everybody. First off, it said in verse 15, if you didn't worship, you were going to be killed. Then everybody else, all of everybody else, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, that's, the point of it is anywhere in your body. If you accept it in your tongue, if you accept it in your toe, wherever you accept this at, the Most High knows your intent, and he will destroy you for that. He will destroy you for accepting the devilish ways of this man that's ruling the earth, and your rebellion against the Most High God, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai. That's what happens. That's what you're doing when you accept this mark of the beast, because you didn't have faith, like it says in Hebrews 11 chapter, the 6th verse. It is impossible to please the Most High God, Yahweh, without faith. We must believe that he is, and a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Right? And your faith will be tested. If you prove unfaithful, he will destroy you. You will give in to this, and he will destroy you. Anyway, it says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six. Now I'm gonna pause the video and come right back with an image. All right, I'm gonna use it directly from the Apostle Tahar's video. You see this barcode right across her forehead? Yeah, these two lines at the beginning, middle, and end, those represent the number of a man, which is six, as it says in the book of Revelation. Those are the sixes right there. That's what that 666 mark of the beast is, because, and six is the number of a man because the man has 6 points: the head, the two arms, the two legs, and the man's penis, basically, right? So let me go back right quick to the scripture. It says, and here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 3 score, which a score is 20, times 3 is 60, and 666, which was in that barcode. Now let me go back to this guy, Dr. Oz, right quick and show you a little bit of what he's
actually
talking about.
this tiny. See how small that is?
Yeah.
This little chip may be the next big thing, and it sounds like it's right from a sci-fi movie, but people all over the world are implanting these into their wrists.
And
so ask
people
my
are
producer
implanting
Dean
it
to
all
find out
over the
more about
world
this cutting-edge
for access
technology
to like
and
3
what it could
squared
mean
M
for your health.
or 3M squared, or whichever thing 3 squared M. I'm not sure which one it is.
Whether it's our smartphones, our
I'll
watch.
go into this. I'll try to upload that, another way. But yeah, they're basically showing how all this technology ties into this man's system. Whether it's your cryptocurrencies, because somebody asked on the Apostle Tahar's video, yes, the dollar will crash. They have to crash this American dollar because all the countries are ditching it anyway. The petrodollar, which is in the dollar, the American dollar, right? They're ditching that. And they're going to go into these cryptocurrencies because they need something that can be moved over and solely used in this mark of the beast technology, in this chip. And you can, even though you say, oh, this is a credit base and the bank accounts. Yeah, the bank accounts will be linked to it. But what good is it if you can still draw out cash? Now you can make these transactions without it. But what did the scripture say? It said that, 17, that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark. That's why they got this Amazon Go. That's why they got all of these online purchasing. They're conditioning you people to take this chip, and you will be brought to a major decision, which will be at the price of your salvation. At the risk of your salvation, that you must take this chip in order to survive in the earth. Let me go to another script. Let me go to the 14th verse to show you what happens. Start up around 11. What happens if you take this, right? Let me start up. Yep, right here. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city. It's talking about America. Right? Babylon is a code for America because it has all the same identifiers as the old Babylon, but because it's a place of confusion, which, like I said, Babylon goes back to the Hebrew word babal, which means confusion. It says, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Whether you were in bed with America in their commerce system, America purchasing everything, and you keeping America going, or you subscribe to America's Christianity and their belief system of freedom of speech and all of these other ideals that America pushes out there that seduce the rest of the world and the rest of the nations to be just as wicked as America, right? It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand or anywhere in your body, it said, the same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Most High God Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation. You're going to get a crazy wake-up call, man. You're going to get destroyed in a very, very painful way, right? And it's going to be through thermonuclear fire. because there'll be starvation. There'll be all kinds of deadly ways to be destroyed. But the worst, that wrath without mixture, will be in his indignation, the cup of his indignation. That's gonna be the thermonuclear fire that you're gonna taste, man. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and with brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb when Yahushua shows up. And you will not be get salvation from that. In turn, you will get that fire and indignation that will burn, and you will feel every inch of at every moment, and every hair will singe and burn, and flesh will, man, it's gonna be crazy. And on the other side, you will also have shame. You know, when the men of the Lord that survived this thing, that got salvation, shows up. It says in verse 17, verse 11, it says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You receive that, man, you will get destroyed, man. The Lord will destroy you. Period, point blank, man. So I'm gonna close out to get to the point. You know, so don't take the mark of the beast, man. If you believe in this thing and you have faith, you have to do the things that build your faith up, man. That build your physical body up to not take this thing, man. You should be fasting. So when you're threatened with not eating, it doesn't bother you the same as it does all these obese, fat ass people over here in America that can't do a day without sugar or can't do a day without bread or meat or whatever. You know? You should be eating more healthy, fresh greens and things of that nature. You know, you should be doing those things that lead towards salvation, the reading, the prayer, the fasting. You should be doing those things already. Building your faith up, doing these videos. Apostle said 3 videos a day if you're in Great Millstone. Now, it wasn't a commandment, but through the Spirit, man, we got to pick this thing up. Now, I'm cut to the heart the first. You know, I'm the first to be cut, because there's times in the day where I could squeeze in a quick video, or maybe, you know, like I've chosen to do, just change my sleeping pattern to where I get more hours out of the day. You know, polyphasic sleep. Hey, that's what it takes, man. You got to give up some things, but for my salvation, it's more than worth it, man. And not to catch this missile is more than worth it. So with that, I'm going to close out, giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. With that, I say Shalom.